merciful to me, your servant, and purify me by the shade of your lotus feet. Your feet I humbly hold. Controlling my 6 urges, and purifying me of the 6 faults, please give to your servant the 6 qualities. Oh, give me the 6 kinds of holy association. I have sat down here in the hope of having your company. Alone, I find I have no strength to chant the holy name of your name. I beg you, therefore, please be merciful, and with the particle of faith, give me the great treasure of the holy name of Krishna. Krishna is yours, you are able to give him to me, for such is your power. I am indeed wretched and simply run after you, crying, Krishna, Krishna. pray, by a drop of your mercy, make this servant of yours more humble than a blade of grass. Give me the strength to bear all trials and troubles, and free me from all desires for personal honor. O Lord and Master, invest me with the power to properly honor all living beings. Only then will I sing the holy name in great ecstasy, and will all my offenses cease. O Lord and Master, when will this devotee be blessed by obtaining your mercy? I am low, fallen, and devoid of all strength and intelligence. Please make me your beloved servant. When I examine myself, I find nothing of value. Your mercy is therefore essential to me. If you are not merciful, I will constantly weep, and I will not maintain my life any longer.
Srila Prabhupada has gloriously fulfilled all the desires of the previous acharyas and all the sampradayas, and has proved that he is the mercy incarnation of Srila Vyasadeva. It is thus most fitting that throughout the world, his appearance day is celebrated as Vyasapuja. In this way, the great Vaishnava tradition of Vyasapuja has been carried on in Iskcon society. It is essential for every sincere follower of Srila Prabhupada to formally observe this occasion. As Srila Prabhupada himself described the significance of this day, quote, "You cannot surpass the spiritual master. If you think you have become so learned and advanced that now you can avoid the spiritual master and understand Krishna, that is bogus. We should always remember, Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasadam, Yasya prasadam nagati kutopi. Only by the grace of the spiritual master can we achieve the grace or mercy of Krishna. This is the meaning of this Vyasa Puja. It is an offering of obeisances to the Parampara system. Thus, Srila Prabhupada, the representative of Srila Vyasadeva, is worshipped on his appearance day. And this worship passes up through the disciplic succession to Srila Vyasadeva himself. This is how the Vaishnava school of understanding celebrates the meaning of Vyasa Puja. So, during the Vyasa Puja offerings, disciples, they generally glorify the spiritual master to the best of their ability. It is the one day that we can express our love for a person who has taken the mission of Srila Prabhupada to heart. Now, I've been serving Gurudev since Mahanand Prabhu was president. By Mahanand Prabhu's grace, I've been given that service, and till this day I've been at it. And I can tell you from serving Gurudev that he is 100% dedicated to this movement. Hearing the anxiety that he goes through on a daily basis from different temple presidents and, in his zones, and how much he is busy trying to solve problems. And one time I remember asking, I said, being a sannyas is a hard thing, boy. He turned to me and said, being a grihastha is more difficult. He said, I would never trade being a sannyas. And he said it with enthusiasm, I have many pastimes with Gurudev. The things that he would say and do, and if we have time I will share some of these things with you all. But just like how Srila Prabhupada devoted to the mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, through the parampara, to spread the whole name throughout the world, to save us. Ask yourself, without Srila Prabhupada, if it wasn't Srila Prabhupada and his disciples, what would we be doing? What would have been our life? Now we should count our blessings. And on days like this, the Vyasa Puja, especially there we have that beautiful picture done by our God brother Datavara Prabhu. I mean, when you look at that picture, you feel Gurudev is here. And now we have an opportunity to express our gratitude. Just like everyone likes to be appreciated. If they do some service, they want somebody to say, you did something nice, Prabhu. You did wonderful. And we feel good. When we are appreciated, we feel really, really good. So on this day, to speak your heartfelt gratitude to your spiritual master should be done. Gurudev, I'm sure he doesn't even know how you feel or what you're feeling towards him. Many times he would be, he would tell me, he would say that I have so many disciples in Trinidad, they don't even come to see me. I don't even know some of their names. They got initiated and they just disappear. You would hear these statements coming from him. And then when there is the... I can stop. You like this? And Gurudev is very educated. He could have been some, big businessman out there. He didn't have to, take the renounce order of life to come and save us. And we know, we have experience that this world, this Maya is not an easy thing. We have experience. Because could you imagine a person in the renounced order of life? We still have the comfort of our home, our family, our friends. But here we have a traveling sannyasi who's a GVC, who's in charge of Vaishnava relations, who has health problems. And he has given up everything to serve Srila Prabhupada and to serve us. So I ask, even if you didn't write any homage, that you just come up and say something, because the Iskcon photographer Datavara Prabhu is going to record everything. And Gurudev is going to see. At least this time let Gurudev see or hear how you feel about him. Taking shelter of him, whether it be Shiksha, Diksha, in whatever way. I ask, I humbly beg that you come and say something. There's a lot of disciples and devotees here. So I will open the floor for homages. This last time that he came, he had this, every time he comes to Trinidad, I'm serving him, he has this one little leela. His leela is that whenever he's given Guru Dakshin, if it's in TT, and we have to change it, in the airport, I get to keep the change. But this time, when he came, he'd be like, is this for me? And he'd be counting his Lakshmi like this, Because, mind you, whatever is given to Gurudev, he uses it for his preaching mission in those countries that are very poor. So we shouldn't think that the Guru takes the money and bank to some big bank and he has a big account. No, it's not like that. He uses his money for preaching. So he'd be like, okay, this is for me, and then the envelope will be for me. And he would say, this is my paper, that's your paper. It's like, he'll be telling me, money is paper, right? I was like, yeah. Right. And he's like, envelope is paper, right? I was like, yeah. Okay, so then you take this paper, and I'll take this paper. So you have your share. And even when we go to the airport, he'll always ask, so did you take your cut? If I go to change the money in US, so did you take your cut? You sure? Yeah. And if he had any change left over, he'll be like, so this is for your service. So sometimes I get 5 cents, 10 cents, like that, But fortunately for me, it was this time I got $1. Yeah, so hopefully next time, Gurudev, I know you're going to see this. I hope I get more next time. That's true. And as we have the Montagues from St. Lucia, in St. Lucia, I think I had best time with Gurudev in St. Lucia. Best time memories that I have that will stay with me for the rest of my life. Gurudev for Mangalarti, for Gurupuja. It was just Gurudev and myself. You know, class would be going on, and he'd be so enthusiastic. I often, would tell the disciples that even if there was only one person there, Gurudev was so enthusiastic. He would chant enthusiastically. He would preach enthusiastically. He would be like that. It wasn't like he would wait for an audience to do whatever. I mean, I remember in St. Lucia for the Gurupuja. I know no one could have played Mardanga. I heard Gurudev playing Mardanga and he was chanting by himself, and I rushed into the temple and I was like, first time, I'm seeing Gurudev playing Mardanga. And it was like if there were a lot of people there, sometimes when, like a person who's doing kirtan, if there are like 5 people, Jaya Prabhu, whatever, kind of slow. He doesn't really feel enthusiastic. But when there's a crowd, you get real kirtan. And Gurudev was just, kirtan, real ecstatic. And he was by himself, no kartal player, nothing. And he was dancing and playing Mardanga. And when I saw that, I said, yes, this is how we should be. Not that we have to wait for something to happen before we become enthusiastic for devotion. So the spiritual master, he is setting the trend. He's a living example of what devotion is all about. And even, it depends on the individual. This is one thing I've learned from him. Another thing I've learned from Gurudev is patience. Throughout Iskcon, around the world, Gurudev is known as one of the most humble Vaishnava there is. I mean, when people speak of Gurudev, they speak of his humility. And he's very, very, very humble. Even if you chastise him, I heard one time that even in one conflict, someone had actually, hope that I've not taken this, but they actually came up to Gurudev and pointed it at his face, and Gurudev with all humility didn't even retaliate it. He took all the chastisement. Just see. Big contrast, right, compared to us. You step on my foot, I cough you down. This is the materialistic mentality. So he's a first class. We should not think, because he's not Indian born, I may not be able to, do things like other people, other sannyasis, etc. I can tell you. He's a first class devotee. So I will. Will you open readings? Yeah, that's okay, because your friend is already gone. Dattavara Prabhu, you'll be first online. Right?
So, first of all, I will go from my instruction to my scripture. Hare Krishna, and to all of my wonderful God brothers and God sisters, I will say Hare Krishna. I didn't write a Vyasa Puja homage. Again, it was bad on my part. I didn't do like that. But I like one short memory that I have of Gurudev I'd like to bring forward. Is that the first time Gurudev come here to Trinidad, we had little problems with the temple. And at that time, just before that, the GBC for Trinidad was, at that time was a Granny Swami, now a Granny Prabhu. He had stepped down from the position of GBC, and Guru Prasad Maharaj, he came here to Trinidad to become the GBC here also. So for the first time we have seen him, he came up at the airport with the old Cortina car and bring him down, and he was just humble. And nobody didn't know who he was. Nobody didn't hear about him. Who is this special Swami?
And when we came to the temple, we bring him upstairs and put him down there and he said, well, okay, and what's next? That's it. The people who he's supposed to meet with at that time, the board, or we didn't have an Iskcon board yet at that time. Iskcon wasn't incorporated yet. The senior devotees, they weren't here at that time. So we decided to offer some little prasad to Maharaj. And when I went downstairs in the kitchen, it was like about 2, 3 o'clock in the evening. There were a little bit of rice and some dal and maybe 1 or 2 little sabji. And you know, when the dal get cold and like clot, you know, in chunks. And things. I didn't even know how to serve a spiritual master or a guru. I just take out a little bit of everything and bring it and just, here, look. And you say, okay. And you sit down and eat like that, you know. And I didn't know what to do. I never served a guru in my life, you know. So I did like that. And he was so humble and so peaceful. And he just sat down and eat and smiled. And I was like, yeah, you really good boy. That's what we had at the time, and I didn't know what to do. So I just gave him like that and eat, you know. And then I also remember one time when he became the sannyas, the GBC. And we went to pick him up. At that time, Shitala Shaya Prabhu, most of you can remember him, he had a van. So I went to pick him up at the airport. He was coming in about 8 or 10 o'clock so. And the flight was delayed. So he came in like about 1 o'clock in the morning. Time he cleared from the airport, I think it was about 2 a.m. When we reached here at the temple, the gate was locked. And everybody was strong sleeping. And I was calling outside and nobody was answering. So I told Gurudev, I said, just hold on, let me go and wake up Mahana and Prabhu. He was the temple president. And I climbed the fence, jump over, come upstairs and knocking on the door. When I look back, he was behind me. I said, Gurudev, how you reach here? He said, as you jump, I jump too. So, you know, he was very enthusiastic, you know, he was very active. And when we look outside, we saw Shitala Shaya standing with the 2 bags outside. So I thought I'd share a little bit of pastime, you know, with Gurudev, how nice and humble he was, you know. One more little pastime is that we went to do a radio program, and the program finished about 9, 10 o'clock so. But he got the opportunity to preach to the organizers of the radio program. And he kept on going on and on and on. And we came back to the temple like about 2 o'clock in the morning. So at that time I was serving him, and I make up the bed and sort out some things for him and get some milk for him to drink. And he said, Rasika, I don't think I'll be able to get from Mangalarti. That was about 3 o'clock now. So hear me, yeah Gurudev, I think we should take rest. He said, no, not we. I will take rest. You will chant from Mangalarti. You know, so it's like, I don't know what to do, you know, I grew upstairs and I gotta go and chant from Mangalarti. And everybody would crowd up in the temple hall now. I know if I go and just take 5 minutes, I will knock out. So I decided to come downstairs and chant some jap. Until time for Mangalarti, I started a chant for Mangalarti. Everybody watching, who is he, boy? And Maharaj was upstairs. So as soon as Mangalarti finished, I went upstairs to see if Gurudev was still sleeping. And to my surprise, he had already got up, take bath and sit down chanting his japa upstairs. So I say how merciful Gurudev is. He just allowed me, this fool, to just take up some opportunity to go and do some service. So I just thought I'd share these nice pastimes with you all. Thank you all very much.
Hare Krishna, Hare Go. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Jai Gurudev. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. On this auspicious day of your Vyasa Bhuj, my wife and I is so happy and grateful to be accepted as your disciple, despite having no real qualification. Thank you. I would like to reflect a little on our initiation day. That is the 5th of the 9th month, 2000. I remember after initiation, my wife and I approached you inquiring, how best can we serve you, Gurudev? And your instruction was so simple, short and straight to the point, but sweet. I quote, You should help Srila Prabhupada fulfill his mission. Don't you think so? Concluded with a warm, charming, big smile which captured our hearts. Your instructions still echo in our mind every day. I want to strongly believe it is because of that capturing smile. I am also very grateful to be in association of your disciples, my God brothers and sisters, and by your special mercy living in a Vaishnava community. I must make mention how grateful I am and feel very happy and secure in the arms of Srila Prabhupada, in which I proudly proclaim, I am a Prabhupada Noga. Gurudev, finally, I would like to say how indebted we are to you for accepting a low-born rascal with no qualification to be a representative of Srila Prabhupada Iskcon. Thank you. Hope this meets you in good health. Hare Krishna. Your grateful, insignificant, and humble servants, Datta Varadas and Sulakshmana Devi Dasi. Hare Krishna.
Very well. So we have roughly about 12 minutes again. So we need to do the Pushpanjali and
Namaha
Sri Chaitanya
Sri Chaitanya
Mano Abhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Tadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vande Aham Sri Guru Sri Yukta Kamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamsya Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Harijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakam Vitamscha Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Guru Prasad Swami Iti Namine Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavari Paschatya Vishatarini Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Varshabhanavi Devi Naitaya Vipabhore Krishna Sambhanda Vijnana Nayane Prabhave Namaha Madhurya Vimadhya Virupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna
करुणा शक्ति विग्रहाय नमस्तुते नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुगा विरुणा आपसिद्धांता वंता हरिणे नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षात् वैराग्य मूर्तये विप्रलम्भा असंभोरे परमभुजाय ते नमः नमो भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानंद नामिने गौरशक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानुगा वरायते गौरविभावा निर्दिष्ट सज्जनप्रिय वैष्णव सार्वभौमा श्री जगन्नाथाय नमः पंच कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यः एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामे गौरतुसे नमः पंच तत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपं स्वरूपकं भक्त अवतारं भक्त आख्यं नमामि भक्त शक्तिकं हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपीशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्कुते जयतं सुरातो भंगो मम मंदमचर मत्सर्वस्वा परम भोजो राधा मदन मोहन दिव्या वृंदारण्य कल्पा ध्रुमधा श्रीमाल रत्नकारा सिंहासन श्रीमाल राधा श्रील गोविंद देव सेव्यमनो स्मरामि श्रीमान रासर संबे वंशीवता तथा स्थितः भाषण धेनुस्वने गोपीनाथ श्री नमः तप्ता कंचन गौरांगे राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानो सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासारि गौर भक्त वृंद ओम हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे राम हरे राम हरे हरे नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Guru Prasad Swami Iti Namine Pushpanjali.
His Holiness Guru Prasad Maharaj ki
Jai. Hare Krishna
Namah
Namah Om
Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya
Bhutale Srimate
Guru Prasad
Swami Iti Namine Pushpanjali.
His Holiness Guru Prasad Swami ki
Jai.
Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya
Bhutale
Srimate Guru Prasad Swami
Iti Namine Pushpanjali.
His Holiness Guru Prasad Swami ki
Jai. Vijotan.
Gurupuja Swami Maharaj ki
Jai.
Krishna Vande Guru Shri
Right? You can make plans.
Those things and not feel that we want to control it.
Yes, we have to make plans, and it seems like that we're carrying them out. But that all depends on our consciousness. Otherwise, the ability to carry anything out will only be possible, like making Krishna conscious plans. Otherwise, our plans will simply fall into destiny. Our destiny can only change by increased Krishna consciousness, or increased consciousness. Then we can have some influence over our destiny. But the fact that I need to make money, that can be destiny. Everybody has to make money. And they're all in the law of karma.
Is that a combination of what makes our relationship with Krishna unique? Combination of what?
The combination of...
In the beginning you said something, some combination that all of the 5 rasas, some combination of something.
Oh yes, no, well I was saying 2 things. I said that generally speaking, no one is just in one rasa. There's a little bit, they have their main rasa, and they may be tinged with some other rasa. But that, when one is
Jai Gurupuja Swami Trinidad. Jai Gurudev. Please accept our most humble obeisances. All glories on the Srila Prabhupada. Gurudev, you are so very merciful to accept fallen souls like us as your disciples. You have given us the opportunity to serve you, but we are always disappointing you. We are also disappointed with ourselves for not taking advantage of this wonderful opportunity. Instead, we also try to enjoy self-gratification. Gurudev, admitting that we are rascals is just an excuse. We are not trying hard enough to give up sense enjoyment. We pray for the determination and strength to control the six senses, especially the mind. Also, to never stop trying. Trying despite blunders and insurmountable ignorance. Aspiring to become your worthy disciples, Shama Pritama Devidasi and children, Mira, Keshava and Shaiva.
Bye.
On this very auspicious occasion of Shri Rasa Puja, I humbly try to make this offering. While you were in India, you called me to your room. Then you said to me, Purushottam, so you are a beggar. And I said, yes, Guru. I didn't know what you were talking. But now I am seeing and I am appreciating your blessings. I take it that this opportunity has meant my Siddha Deha. Now I know that begging is my duty. So I humbly beg to be in your eternal service and somehow be able to please the devotees of the devotees of the devotees of Krishna. Regularly, you called me just before you left Trinidad and you asked that I meet with the devotees and I beg that they consider their spiritual vows and their affiliation Iskcon. This, you hope that the devotees will become conscious that they are devotees and that it means that chanting their 16 rounds vow that they had made before the deities of Guru and the Vaishnavas would be important. As I look at you speaking to me and the temple president, Panchatattva, I can understand how anxious and hurt and really wanting the devotees to consider this, because there's a situation where devotees sometimes come to the temple, come for the association, even, well, some of us come to his classes and see him when he's here. The spiritual master is very anxious. He wants us to come. I have met with some of the devotees. Already last week, meet with some of you. And I have met with some devotees. Some confess they are not chanting their rounds. Some say that they will come back. Some say that they are not going to come back. Some are taking off their neck beads. So this is going on. Gurudev is very anxious, not perplexed, but he is really seriously has considered this as his service. He has asked me to meet with you all. I did it with some of you. Still hoping that this prayer of the spiritual master would be cared for. This is our spiritual vow. This is his blessings. He has so kindly extricated some of us, all of us. Some of us feel very comfortable initiates, and most of us really wants to mitigate the cycle of repeated birth. He was almost crying when he asked me to do this. I have tried to meet with devotees. I am still hoping that it would mean something. I hope very much. So, in respect to his blessings, I have really come before you and begging you, Holy Spirit, to please consider these prayers and these requests of His Holiness Gurupuja Swami. Another note that Rasika Maui tried his best to serve Gurupuja Maharaj in the early times, but it was I who picked up Srila Gurudev in the airport on his arrival here in Trinidad for the first time and took him down to that program he had in Barangpur. Balakrishna probably could remember he was the one who was organizing those programs for the ground we were. So it was really nice to serve him, to meet with him, and now we are begging his mercy more and more. And for the commercial part of this program, we want to tell everybody if they want to get one of this large picture for their homes, they can contact Kalavara Prabhu. He has offered me for the first offer, so I might just tell him I won't want to. Thank you very much, Hare Krishna. Jai Gurudev. I remain your eternal beggar, Hare Krishna.
So after we will start the auction at 500. So now, Mataji, you come to the
Krishna Padaya, Krishna Standardation, to Gurupuja Swami. Dear Gurudev, please accept my most humble obeisances at your beautiful lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all other Vaishnavas. Once again, it is your Vyasa Puj and I am attempting to write a homage. But what can I write about a great personality like your good self? Where should I start? Maybe I can talk about your magnanimity, your compassion, your mercy, your humility, your patience, or your selflessness. But then, that would take forever for me to do justice to your wonderful qualities. Let me try to have some gratitude for all that you have done for me as my spiritual master. Since I've taken shelter to your lotus feet, I feel confident of your presence, guiding and giving me the inspiration to go on in my spiritual life. You bestowed your mercy on me, allowing me to know Krishna and to try and become a devotee. Thank you for taking so much austerity to visit us and bless us with your presence. I'm so fallen that I need you to be physically present for me to appreciate your many instructions. Your presence rejuvenates me spiritually and makes me become enthusiastic to go on. You're my greatest hope in life. To try and be a good devotee. Just knowing that you are there makes me want to do what I'm supposed to do. Thank you so much, Gurudev, for your blessings and allowing me to chant the holy names of Krishna. Engaging in services and being in the presence of all these great Vaishnavas here in Trinidad. But most of all, thank you for taking me out of this illusion and accepting me as your disciple. For many, many lifetimes, I will be eternally indebted to you. Hare Krishna, your most insignificant servant, Sri Upadhyaya.
So is there any progress in the audience will have a homage?
Chakrapani is coming to read his homage. For those who can speak Spanish and understand Spanish, this is for you.
Hare Krishna. My English. Among Disney Christian Prasad Buddha, Srimati Guru Prasad Swami Guru. Buddha Dhamma Hambale Prabhupada Sevakan Karamika Tipik Sunja Tat Prasadana. Oh dear Gurudev, in this wonderful and special day, I want to offer my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. Today is a very special day for your appearance and also for the appearance of Radha Kunda. That means that your appearance in this world is very, very special. Because that pastime for the appearance of Radha Kunda is very, very intimate with Krishna, with intimate pastime and Radha. So today we have the opportunity to offer our homage, our respect, and offer you also our vow again to be a devotee, to try to be a devotee in this life. So I want to read the translation of these songs by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. One material very chant, but this is very important for all of us. It's Gurudev, by a drop of your mercy, make this servant of yours more humble than a place of grass. Give me strength to bear all trials and troubles, and free me from all desire for personal honor. O Lord and Master, invest me with the power to properly honor all living beings. Only then will I sing the holy name in green ecstasies, and will all my offenses cease. O Lord and Master, when will this devotee be blessed by obtaining your mercy? I am low, fallen, and devoid of all strength and intelligence. Please make me your beloved servant. When I examine myself, I find nothing of value. Your mercy is therefore essential to me. If you are not merciful, I will constantly weep, and I will not maintain my life any longer. Srila Guru Prasad Swami Maharaj ki jai.
So, Shri
Namo Om Krishna Padaya Krishna Prasada Bhutale Srimati Gurupuja Swami Nityananda. Dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my most humble obeisances at your lotus feet. All glories to your lotus feet, which give us the omniscient soul shelter within this material world. On this auspicious day, your disciple and aspiring disciple celebrate your appearance day within this material world, the place of suffering and anxiety. But because you were instructed by Srila Prabhupada and got the blessing of Lord Chaitanya, you came to preach and give us Krishna consciousness. We in Trinidad are very fortunate to have you, our beloved spiritual master, to be the GBC of this country. You came just like the effulgent sun, in the presence of which all darkness was immediately removed. Your message has removed the darkness of ignorance from our heart, teaching us to serve Krishna in pure love of Godhead, and giving us your guidance to push on Srila Prabhupada movement. O spiritual master, please give us the dust from under your lotus feet, which has accumulated after pilgrimage. We beg that we may remain always in your loving service. I am a tiny part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, and I am always and in every way His eternal servant. As I always hoping for His mercy and kindness, I offer myself to His most dear servitor, my spiritual master, Gurupuja Swami. Happy Kriyas Pushte Guru Maharaj. From your most fallen servant, Jonas and Devadas.
Haribo.
Swami Nityamani. Hare Krishna. Please accept our most humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Gurudev. On this special day of Yom Vyas Puja, we are reminded of how fortunate we are to have you as our Sri Gurudev. Every year, we write you this humble offering, and every year we are always at a loss for words that express our true gratitude to you for accepting us as your disciples. We honor you as our Srila Gurudev and thank you for helping us to begin to understand Krishna consciousness. We appreciate your kind heart and kind words of advice that you share with us. As your disciples, we are happy to be at your mercy. We know that you protect and shelter us, guiding us away from this material world. Today, we are going to chant and sing your divine praises and pray to Srila Prabhupada and Sri Krishna that we can continue to humbly serve you. We also pray for your health and protection. All glories to you on this auspicious day. Srila Guru Prasad Swami Ki Jai. Servants of the best of your lotus feet, Rasa Saptadasi and Veda Vidas.
Please accept our most humble, respectful obeisances and trust you transcendent lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Once again, we are given the rare opportunity by which we can all come together to glorify and worship your lotus feet on this most joyful and auspicious day as we celebrate your appearance here. We pray to His divine grace, Srila Prabhupada, their Lordship Shri Shikwanita and Shri Shrada Gopinath, to always protect and smile over you, keeping you safe in this material world, so that you can continue to guide us fallen souls. All of you fallen conditioned souls struggling in this material world, we are most fortunate and blessed to have the association of your transcendental lotus feet in our lives. As we offer obeisances to your lotus feet thousands and thousands of times, we thank you and continue to beg for your guidance and blessings. We also pray that we may never forget that which is most important and precious in this material world, the lotus feet of our spiritual master and Shri Krishna. From your most humble fallen servants, Rameshwari Devi Dasi and Aparajita Devi Dasi. Please accept my humble obeisances at the blessed lotus feet on this auspicious day. My offering is so insignificant, but I will still try to glorify your greatness. O Gurudev, you are so humble, polite, and kind. You give shelter to all of us who are so fallen. You are indeed a pure devotee of Krishna. Who else could be so forgiving? Each time you visit us, you have a lot of faults and encourage us to pick up where we have left off. You are so compassionate and full of divine qualities that I know word after word you will be with me and guide me back to eternity. I remain your eternal servant.
Is there anyone else on your particular special treat for you? But is there any other disciples who have which would like to read? It's my turn. And before I start, if I do happen to cry, please turn that off. Thank you. As a result of the love, we cry with spiritual understanding. Namo Vishnu Praya Krishna Vishtaya Guruputale Srimate Gurupuja Swami Itiman. Dear Gurudev, please accept my most fallen and humble obeisances at the dust of your lotus feet. All glories to Sri Prabhupada. Gurudev, yet another year, and together with my god brothers and sisters and family, we gathered to pay our respects, and to honor and worship you for giving us shelter in this dark age of Kali Yuga. If it wasn't for Bhakti Vinod Thakur, there wouldn't have been a Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And if it wasn't for Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, there wouldn't have been a Srila Prabhupada. And if there wasn't a Srila Prabhupada, then I wouldn't have you, my spiritual master, to take shelter of. In these troubled days in Krishna consciousness, I pray I would never trade or relinquish my personal service, serving you. And for this I give thanks to the devotees who have given me this wonderful service. I would never trade. To all my God brothers who wish they could personally serve our spiritual master, I'll take this opportunity now to tell you, you're not going to get it. I've grown attached to serving my spiritual master. I can continue. Jai Shri.
In the Rajrata festival, Rupusa Swami told me, called me, when they have something going. He said, I know you're a good drummer, but I didn't know you were that good. So I said, any time I played my spiritual master, I also played to you and your God brothers, Iskcon is lad, and he was very pleased to hear it. And he always blessed each and every one of us. There's so much to say, but I don't have to take up all the time. It's a little offering to Zonis Gurusat Swami. Once I asked him if I could, he said yes. He said, you give me a heart. And everybody give their heart. Please tolerate. I said, Krishna is ability bad, so Krishna is ability covered. In the world of jazz, there are many gurus, but they don't verify all the guru. So this is verifying guru. Because of material desire, contaminate the foot after what's in illusion, taking your lots of one so that it's today. It's cool that the book called The Student's Companion, which I've studied. There's something like, to all is human, to forgive is divine. Anytime the book says something, you can see the remnants of that who is human to give is divine. When he gives so much. And the remnants he gives are limited. Also, zeal of knowledge is a runaway horse. That is the students can find in the school they study. So zeal is like, but if you have zeal and not for Krishna Guru, when you give up this body, you take a raw body. So, good day. Thank you.
Devotees for coming out to to take this opportunity to thank very special Mataji, Mother Indira Devidasi, who enthusiastically gives us a home to use when it comes to Trinidad. Please give her a round of applause. And to all the disciples and devotees who have made preparation, thank you all very much. Let's hope that next year we can get bigger than this. So as you see, we are going to be serving the prasadam at this side because there's no tables, no benches on that side. So you're going to have to try to make yourself comfortable. The usual line up, and we'll ask the devotees, disciples to please help with serving at the back, and thank you very much. So Mr. Prashant Swami Maharaj Ki, Gaur Premanandi.
Gotta save your couple just going to lose all ice cream. Save the cup for some ice cream. Excuse me. ¿Ellos qué pasaron de lo? Nadie. ¿Cuándo había somebody else take over from the Somebody comes to ice cream. No ice cream. No, it has small cup. The last one here, who wants one? Oh, go ahead. You got lift your son from the last one? Hey, what is this?
No. You have hit the pipe push. Hit the pipe push. Yeah. Gurudev, I'm right there from the door. Yeah. You got to put in the middle because you're really again, you never got one fight
Spirit soul is simply within this body because we are not, as we